Hi guys! It has been a few weeks. So far I took the NCLEX and I passed, as you saw on my past two videos. Right now I've just been kind of fixing up my resume and kind of like on the job hunt, not really super serious about finding a job quite yet. Kind of enjoying the break off from nursing school. So yeah, just pretty chill about resting, but I'm hoping to get a job at least within this year, within the next month or so. Um, I'm thinking of probably like taking a vacation, but we'll see how things turn out and pan out for this next month. But I just thought I'd do like a little like since I've done a lot of the clinical like talk about each of the clinicals in pediatrics and mental health and the nursing home clinical. I thought I'd talk about a little bit about med surg clinical. Um, MedSurg Clinical was actually one of my favorite clinicals. Like, well, it was set into two parts. There was MedSurg 1 and MedSurg 2. MedSurg 1 was right after we had the mental health half, and we had MedSurg 1 for like 5 weeks, and it was kind of, I was expecting it to be a little bit more brutal, in aspects of like paperwork and clinical work and patient load and stuff, but it wasn't super bad. Like I really enjoyed my clinical instructor in my group, and it was just I found it to be more exciting, and I was actually more anxious about MedSurg 1. I didn't want to switch from mental health to MedSurg because of all the horror stories I had heard about MedSurg. So you don't know what to expect, and you're scared about all the paperwork, and you're scared about the clinical instructors being brutal, the nurses being bad, the patients you're going to have, what kind of patient, the illnesses or diseases that the patients are going to have, how you're going to deal with it in your concept map, and all that stuff. And kind of all went away after the first week of clinical because you kind of got the handle of how to do your concept map. Like the first week of concept mapping, the first 2 weeks of concept mapping were really hard, and I had some all nighters and some early morning sleeps or a couple hours sleeps. But after the first 2 weeks, I started to enjoy it, and I liked the atmosphere of the med surg floors. Like you had surgical, post surgical, you had med surg, and then like respiratory, cardiac, orthopedic. It was really awesome. So I got to experience quite a lot, and I think I found my niche in med surg clinical. MedSurg 1 went by really fast since it was like 5 weeks. Then we had like our Christmas break, and then we jumped into MedSurg 2, the whole nursing group doing MedSurg 2. And I really enjoyed this. At first, I didn't like it because we had a new clinical instructor, but she turned out to be awesome. And she kind of pushed me to do better and pushed me to be more out there and to take initiative and to, not be scared and to just not be scared and take part into different skills and nursing, get into nursing itself in the MedSurg clinical. And I felt like I grew during that 10-week period, and it was a lot longer. And I felt that that was where I felt the pressure of MedSurg. It wasn't in MedSurg 1 because it was really short. It was in MedSurg 2 because there was so much to go through. You know, different types of patients, paperwork, and I was just stressed with just classes already, and then we had clinical and winter quarter. It was just it was a hard quarter. I think one of the most challenging quarters I've had since labor and delivery, but well worth it. And I felt I grew and I was prepared for mentorship in the next quarter. Um, Patient wise, I had a variety of patients. I had most of them were elderly patients. I had a patient that had liver failure, so he was kind of jaundiced. He had the whole look of liver failure. And then I had a few patients with hip fractures, and then I had some dialysis patients. I had a couple cancer patients, um, COPD patients, respiratory patients, like a variety. And like each week, we tried to at least build up the patient load instead of just having one patient like we started off in the first year. We kind of tried to build it to at least two or three by the end of that quarter. And it turned out quite well. I kind of struggled, just like I said, it was quite a challenging quarter, but I managed to at least have 2 or 3 patients at least for at least 1 week. That was the challenge, and our group was very supportive. My group, the clinical group, and we just push each other and help each other out. And I think that quarter was the quarter that I cried the most because it was just really stressful on me, and um, I wasn't expecting it to be that hard, but you grow as a person with that challenge, and from there, I felt like I could do better, and I figured out what my niche was, which was med surg, and yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for my speech on med surg clinical. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you for watching my video, and hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Bye!